on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
We're looking live at a beautiful fly-in to Everbank Field in Jacksonville. But even if you close your eyes, Brock, you'd still know exactly where you were by the rallying cry of the Jaguar faithful in the stands. Glad you could join us, everyone. Alongside Brock Hewitt up in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And this contest isn't quite the level matchup that typical good games are born from, partner. One side clearly favored over the other.
Yeah, well, you know where this comes from? A trap game. That's where this comes from.
Yep.
In any sport, from the NFL to basketball to soccer, playing at home, we know this can be the great equalizer that gives the steepest underdogs a fighting chance, and you can feel it in the building today.
I was going to say, you can already hear this home crowd rallying in support of that upset. Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out to former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence has had a remarkable career. Over 50 starts in high school and a winner all the way along. A national champion and 3-year starter at Clemson, and really a starter from day one after the first pick in the draft in Jacksonville. The key for Trevor at this level, though, is to do it season in and season out. That's what the greats before him have done. The Bradys, the Mannings, the #1 picks of the past. If you want to become a great and you want to take your game to another level, you got to do it year in and year out.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Lawrence to throw it. He'll get this to Etienne. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Etienne on the catch.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Putting the tight end in motion. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, they'll run. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. Stays in. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And it's a nickel set from the Jags on this third down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The Chiefs looking to punt on fourth down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. Second drive coming up for the Jacksonville offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
From the 42. Gets this one into the hands of Christian Kirk. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. Got Washington, it's complete. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Lawrence now off the play action. That's taken in by ETN. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. The throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Trying it right side with ETN. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Lawrence. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Shudak is good. And that will add to their score.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. McCole Hardman now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
A first down carry for Pacheco. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Right back to Pacheco. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. It's Pacheco again. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
It's pretty obvious this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing on first down, Mahomes has his man. It's Pacheco. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 28, he lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And disaster averted, he knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Finds his man, Gray. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the gun, Pirine. And he's brought down for a loss.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Here's Mahomes. Catch is made in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Parker Washington with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. ETN gets it on the draw. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. They go right back to ETN. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on 3rd down. ETN again. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 1 yard on the run. It's going to be 4th and 10.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. He has it at the 33. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Chad Muma there to bring him down. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the 1st quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. This time it's a passing play. Pacheco hauls it in. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stopped by Foye Oluokun.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Here's Mahomes now. It's complete to Hopkins. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing again, Mahomes. Cut near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Again, Mahomes to throw. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 2nd quarter lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First and 10 now from the 30. Inside handoff goes to ETN. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the shotgun, Lawrence. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Lawrence working from the gun. A quick slant caught by Washington. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Lawrence throwing here. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They bring Thomas in motion. ETN on 3rd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Logan Cook on to punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Now this is a beauty of a kick. It's headed out of bounds, no chance at a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Back to throw Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. The former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker, on the stop. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
They'll motion a tight end left. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They motion the tight end over. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They'll send him over right. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Chad Muma there to bring him down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And a 4-point lead it shall remain.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
An option give here to ETN. Has a lane inside the 25. And he has it almost to the red zone down at the 21-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
He gets this one to Strange. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Now we give to ETN running right. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be third and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
Lawrence on third and goal. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Cam Little getting the call on fourth down here to put 3 up for the Jaguars. This 32 yards out on the right hash. The kick by Shudak is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chiefs headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Pirine. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. That's caught in stride by Rice. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Running it after the penalty. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Darnell Savage brings that to an end.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Josh Hines-Allen, that time to haul him down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and long for Mahomes. Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. Out to return this for the Jaguars, Devin Duvernay. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. No return on that punt. And it'll be Jaguars football. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now it's Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. 2nd and 1. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Christian Kirk there. So now they have 3rd and short.
Boy, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Tight end going in motion here. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Complete. It's Ingram. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. They don't have much time left, but facing a small deficit, they could try to get this into field goal range. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And he gets him around 6 there. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Pressure coming from Mahomes. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Again, Mahomes to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we've arrived at halftime. The Chiefs with a lead so far on the road. Now we'll keep it in-state, but send you a couple hours away to our buddy in Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. He fields it from the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. That one complete to Hopkins. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. Second and 6 coming up here. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. To the air, Mahomes. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Binds him, and this time they're gonna get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Finds him over the middle. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. That one doesn't make it beyond the line. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. and that really did help force the incompletion.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They send the tight end in motion. Lawrence working from the gun. He's on the move. He takes it himself. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's ETN on 1st down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
They'll toss it to ETN. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space, like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And they make the tackle at the 38. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st down throw, Lawrence. Got him in, it's Thomas. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Now it's Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Boy, this defensive crew is locked in, and that O-line's head, they are a-spinning. Back-to-back sacks has this offense on skates, and those blockers can't figure out where this rush is coming from next.
The Jaguars into punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Play action, Mahomes. Finds his man, Gray. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, his big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. And a stunning loss there, Brock. He ends up in his own end zone. That is a wild safety. Well, this has been one of the big stories of the game, partner. He has been sacked over and over and over here. And this time, cost him more than just yards. It cost him 2 points and possession. Former quarterback, man, what are you thinking at this point in the game?
I'm thinking I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the training room to get my body right. And I think... were you Marshawn Lynch right there? Over and over
there
and
you
over.
Go. Let's go. So they give away the lead on the safety, and now they're going to have to give away the football with a free kick. That's taken at the 15. Jukes one defender, and he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. From the gun, ETN gets it. They'll have him gain about a handful there. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 42. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
On 2nd down, it's ETN. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bag when you can defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They go right back to ETN. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Looks like a pickup of 2, and now they've got 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. ETN on the catch. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Back to throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Here's ETN on the give. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Looking sideline and caught by Washington. And he winds up out of bounds, but things not settled yet, so we've got a flag down. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. ETN. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Lawrence now off the play action. Vacates quickly left side. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Jaguars grow the lead to 7. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars grow their lead to 8. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 34. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
From the gun, Pirine. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that makes it 3rd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Throwing on 3rd and long. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So out now comes the punter. Matt, the one to send it away. And not his best punt here. He drives it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. Another drive coming up for this offense. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Inside handoff goes to ETN. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell him to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple, and he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Lawrence throwing here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Jaguars football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on to it for 1 final quarter. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Man in motion, headed right. On the run, it's ETN. And he's stuffed cold by that defensive front. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. Give him 3 on that gain. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lawrence working from the gun. He goes back to him yet again, complete. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Lawrence. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Hardman with a return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the gun here. That one complete to Hopkins. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 37. And that falls incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw Mahomes. That's Worthy running the slant. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. New set of downs for him from the 46. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he'll only get this one up to about the 47. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, these are what I call the body blows. It's not a home run. It doesn't deliver a chunk play, but it's these runs of 1 to 5 that keep you on schedule and take a little bit of steam out of that defense.
From the 47. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
All set up now for 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds his man, Gray. And he'll go down here at the 16. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. And he could have a free play here. Flush down now to... And they take him to the ground, but he's going to have some good news as he's helped up here. We've got a flag down, and this one likely isn't going to count. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. This drive just keeps on moving. After the penalty, resets that marker. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs now within 1 score in the 4th. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Here are the Chiefs facing a massive 2-point try. Again, Mahomes to throw. On the move, headed right. And they get the two-point conversion. He's in. The lead, only a field goal now. Critical two-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A three-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Washington now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Jaguars are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. Now a carry by ETN. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face 2nd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Brian Thomas Jr., his intended target. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline, and now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
Jacksonville in punt formation. And they could really use a good one here. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they're going to take over possession. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hopkins on the slant. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes now. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Devin Lloyd making the play. 30. And the Jaguars get the football back down at the 27-yard line.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Their offense running back out now. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll try it left with ETN. Oh, he lost the football! And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The Chiefs' offense out to take over. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Offense to the line for 2nd down. This is ETN. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
Cam Little now in a high-pressure spot. This, 42 yards from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Hardman with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught by the open man. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
1st down throw, Mahomes. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Back to the air, Mahomes. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Another throw for Mahomes. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now a give left side to Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Right back to Pacheco. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and goal, they've got 4 chances to tie this one up. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs come through to tie it in the fourth. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. His third through the air this game. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
And he comes through on the kick to give him the lead here in the fourth quarter. Reed now to kick this one away. Here's Duvernay on the return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Jaguars, then running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. First and 10 now from the 30. Lawrence working from the gun. Complete right side to Washington. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Second and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
First down throw, Lawrence. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's going to be third and short coming up.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
He's back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars down by only 1. First and 10 from the 41. Now it's Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Offense set for a first and 10. Here's Etienne. And he gets this forward to the 19. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. They bring Thomas in motion. Setting up to pass. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Counter give to ETN. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second, as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Cam Little now in a high-pressure spot. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. That one is good! And late in the fourth, they have grabbed a lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like, the 30. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw it. Dumped off to his running back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly, as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Motioning the tight end now. Throwing now. He has the first over the middle, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. One of the tight ends motioning left. Here he is to throw. Finds his man, Gray. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Again, Mahomes to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. One final shot here. And the Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.